Hey y'all, thank you for joining me. This is for shits and giggles. But if it hit, go ahead and let that shit hit. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. This message is for my Libras. So these are your love messages for the month of June. This is the energy that is surrounding you when it comes to love. So this is something that could have already happened. It is something you are currently in, or it's coming your way. All right, either way, just keep an open mind. Please take where it resonates. If it doesn't apply, know what we say around here. Please just go ahead and let it motherfucking fly. All right, do not stress yourself out. We are not going to make something our story if it is not. Okay, like dead ass. Okay, but I know it's been a minute since I've been on here doing readings, but I am back. So if you're new, thank you for joining me. If you are a returning subscriber or just viewer, thank you. So again, these are my love messages for my Libras. Something new I have been doing lately is just kind of turning on a playlist, hitting shuffle, seeing what comes on, checking the energy, see what could possibly come out in your reading. So the energy that I was picking up on for my Libras, so first I was picking up on just kind of like some casual energy. Especially if you're single, some of you all are just focused on not necessarily being in a relationship, but just having casual partners, dating, getting out there, enjoying yourself, having a lot of sex, like not really taking yourself too seriously, not taking your love life too seriously right now. I was just picking up on you could be traveling. I was getting hot girl, hot boy summer. So, you could just kind of be letting loose this summer. Maybe you feel like you worked hard this year. You met some goals, accomplished a few things. Or maybe you just felt like, look, life, I was sick and tired of a lot of things this year. So this summer, it just feels like you're getting out there, putting yourself out there, doing more things. I definitely was picking up on, if you are traveling, there's a good chance you can meet somebody while you're traveling. So it could be something casual or somebody you get into a relationship with. If you are in a relationship, I feel like you and your partner you're connecting more sexually in June. You all could be traveling together, going on trips, doing different things this summer, enjoying each other more than anything. I was also picking up on some of you all may be having some threesomes. You may decide to go ahead and try it. You may be going to some sex parties, or you're inviting just someone else into the bedroom. That's not for everybody, but some of you. So hey, do what you do. Be safe, protect yourself. But I was just getting just a lot of casual energy. Some of you all, you may be just a little too casual, where you're like, even if you got a man or a woman, I don't care. Some of you all are messing with somebody who is already in a relationship, and you're not tripping. Like, it's not a big deal to you. In your mind, you are just having fun. You're enjoying yourself. Some of you all could be dealing with I picked up on a Scorpio, a Taurus, Aquarius. Those are the main three I picked up on. What else? It wasn't anything like major. It was just really it was kind of just carefree, casual energy. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my time right now. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. I felt, again, and a lot of casual energy, just not really focused on a relationship. More so just just having sex, going on dates, having a good time. And like I said, if you are in a relationship, you and your partner are just kind of exploring each other more, exploring more about the relationship. So we'll see what comes out. What love messages do you have? So let's go ahead and get started. What love messages do we have for my Libras for the month of June, Spirit? We have breakthrough. Wisdom. Okay. I feel like some of you all may have been taking life too seriously. Some of you all may have been causing your own demise in life and love, and there's just something where you're finally, something's finally starting to make sense. And it's because you either have gained some type of insight, you've done your own internal healing and gained some insight from God, from the universe, from your higher self. But just understanding maybe why something is going a certain way. Because like I said, I picked up on just kind of like this carefree energy. So maybe you were taking things a little bit too seriously. At the bottom of the deck, we do have repression. Repression is the state of hiding emotions or needs, preventing you from truly confronting your inner self. When repression appears, it reminds you to release emotions and face your true self. Through expression, you will find inner freedom. So you're kind of running from your emotions. So some of you all could be having a breakthrough when it comes to your emotions. Maybe how you feel about somebody, what you want for your life. I feel like some of you all have made choices, especially in love, to please other people, not necessarily to please yourself. So whether this, let's say you have children, you're doing it to please your kid, you're staying with someone to keep your children happy. You chose someone because of their status. You think it'll help your status. Like, there's something about pleasing the wrong people, trying to, like, and again, when you think about status, is how you look to other people. So there's something about like people pleasing, wanting to appear a certain way. You could be breaking through that type of mindset, doing more of what makes you happy. So maybe you're not worried about what looks good to other people. You know, they can say, oh, you just broke up with them, how you out here, you know, already messing around with somebody. I'm living my life. I'm doing my own thing, you know. Or if you are in a relationship, some of you all, it's like you're no longer caring about what people think about your relationship. You could be speaking up more to your partner when it comes to what you want in the connection. Yeah, speaking up more about what you want in the connection. Not holding back how you feel. There's something you could have been holding back internally. And it's almost like, you know what? I need to go ahead and open up. This isn't making anybody happy. Yeah, it's like you kind of gained the confidence to speak up for yourself. There was something that... there was some form of emotional... lack of emotional fulfillment. And you're in this mindset of, no, I need to make sure those needs are met. Does that make sense, Libra? Okay. So let's see. So, okay, it's just, it's giving... It's just giving more of maybe just finding more of yourself, finding more of your voice. Not being afraid to speak up. We have blocked. Moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. So who have you blocked, Libra? Possibly through this breakthrough, through this discovery for self, like speaking up about what you need emotionally, you've decided, you know what? I don't need to deal with you. I don't need to deal with this. I feel like you're shutting out the haters. You're in what anybody has to say. Look, and glow up is at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like you're... Again, this people-pleasing energy. So some of y'all could have been with somebody just to, like, because it looked good. Because it looks good to other people. Like, maybe you two were really good looking. People would consider you to be really good looking, right? Society would consider you to be really good looking. And it's like, you know what? I'm not going to be in this boring-ass relationship. Or I'm not going to be in this emotionally unfulfilling relationship. You know? You could be blocking out people that are speaking negatively on your relationship. People who don't like the choices that you're making. Some of you all, it's like, it's just this energy of, I was not being fulfilled. I'm done with that. So you're blocking out those people. You're blocking out those situations. And this could be friends. This could be romantically. Let's see what else comes out. Psychopath, abusive, conniving, unpredictable. This makes me think of a reading I did for Libra in January. Some of you all may need to check that out. Some of y'all are truly dealing with somebody that's quite crazy. Some of you all have realized you have been in a relationship with, or you were dealing with someone who isn't mentally well. Some of you all were dealing with somebody who was quite abusive. And if you were able to go ahead and break through from that situation, I applaud you, Libra, because I did definitely pick up on some tough energy in Libra's January reading. So this could be an extension of that, actually. And so maybe that's why you're in this carefree energy. You felt blocked off from certain things in your life. You felt blocked off from this wisdom, from this insight, from this aha moment. And you finally, like, there's change now. And so now you're just kind of like, look, I'm not getting serious with anybody. I'm not taking life too seriously. I'm just out here enjoying myself. Yeah, you had an epiphany. Some of you all have definitely separated from somebody. You set some boundaries. So look at this. I see laughter, epiphany, burned bridges, isolation, boundaries, antisocial, recharge. There's somebody, some of you Libras have definitely stepped away from somebody. And it's somebody you needed to, somebody that was draining your energy, somebody that isn't quite well. You may have noticed certain tendencies about them, certain habits about them, where it's like, no, you're a little conniving, you're a bit unpredictable, you're unhinged, you're kind of all over the place. I don't know what to expect with you. Some of you all finally woke up to a connection that was unhealthy, no matter how much you may have loved them. Yeah, repressing your emotions, repressing your feelings, repressing how you felt. So this is leading more so into, I feel like some Libras who have definitely separated from someone. You finally woke up to who somebody was. And you're not playing with them either. Like, it's not like, I think with Cancers where they kind of separated from somebody, but they're still open to some form of a sexual connection or a connection in general. I feel like a lot of you Libras, you are completely done with somebody. For a small percentage of you Libras, somebody has realized this about you. Somebody has realized you are somebody that they don't need to deal with. And if that is the case, some of you Libras are actually, some of y'all are either admitting yourself into a clinic, you're in therapy, you're taking a more holistic route, but a number of you are definitely working on your mental wellness. And you realize how you have kind of been a psychopath in love. Okay, interesting. If you are traveling, right, and you're single, be careful about coming across somebody with this energy then. Also, that's just another thing, somebody who kind of, I mean, not to say they're like a complete psychopath, right, but somebody that's just not, they don't have all of the marbles up there, you know? And you're gonna end up having to like block this person and be like, oh no, like let's say you're having fun, you're in the Caribbean. Oh, I was also picking up on, if you're definitely traveling to like Africa, the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Jamaica, somewhere tribal, I feel like some of y'all are gonna meet somebody there. And if that's the case, if this is this person, this may be somebody you may enjoy, like, y'all, let's say you're there for a week. You'll meet them your first day there, right? Or your second day. And you all just start hooking up. And you're having a good time. You're going out. You're enjoying yourselves. There's something about this person where they're going to be very, very, like, clingy and attached. And you're going to realize, oh God, I don't need to deal with this person. You're gonna kind of try to like hide from them, especially if you realize it before you leave from your trip, and you're gonna try to avoid them. But all right, let's see. So we have values. We have too many differences. Broken is at the bottom. I feel shattered about this situation. Some of you Libras were in a connection that broke you. I feel like you were dealing with somebody who could have been controlling with money, or part of the reason why you were still staying with them is because of money. I'm telling you, some of you Libras may need to listen to the January Libra reading, because this is kind of connecting to that. Somebody may have tried to control you with money, but I feel like a number of you all are like realizing not realizing, you have realized, and if it hasn't happened, it's coming, but you truly did realize that you guys were not on the same page. You all were not aligned. Like, this is somebody, and I feel like this person possibly broke your spirit, because you have the antisocial, you're closed off. Both of these women are in black. It's almost like grieving a bit. And maybe that's why, like, so maybe your grieving process is being carefree, making a point to actually just get out there and have fun this summer, enjoy yourself. I told you I got hot girl, hot boy summer. So whether you are a man or a woman, like, men can be in, destructive, toxic, abusive relationships too. So shout out to you, Libra. Congratulations to you. Like, if this is truly you and you were able to get out of something that literally broke your spirit, broke you down, you couldn't focus on things anymore, like just constantly, I feel like if this was you in the connection. Some of y'all who are still in a relationship with somebody kind of like this, look at this, let go of fear at the bottom of the deck. Some of y'all are afraid to separate from someone. Some of you all genuinely, you fear this person. So yeah, if you have separated from someone and you kind of fear what they'll do, how they will act, go ahead and take you a trip somewhere. Don't tell anybody. Maybe if you want to tell one good friend or whatever, just so someone knows where you're at, or a family member. But go ahead and travel. Go ahead and go somewhere. It doesn't have to be out of the country. It could be in the same state for all I care. Drive 4 or 5 hours away to another city in your state then, right? So let's say you don't really have the money to do it. Go ahead, if you got a car, let's say if you got $200 and you can just get away for 3 days, okay? Let's say you got only $200 that you can spare to do anything with. Hey, if you gotta go to a little cheap motel, all right, or an Airbnb, okay, I know the Airbnbs where you can actually just rent a room. You don't have to rent out the entire Airbnb. And I know, look, because I'm somebody, I don't really like to rent rooms at Airbnbs, because I'm like, one, I don't know you, two, I want my own just privacy and space. But if you just need some freedom just to get away, right, go rent that room. And you can let the host know you really just want some privacy. You're not really trying to be that social, but like, you can let them know when you get there, or just you can message them before you get there. And so you can have that time to yourself. you know, to see something new, do something different. And you can rent something for 2 days, you know, get there on Friday, be there all day Saturday, leave Sunday morning. And just and do something new in that city that you normally wouldn't have done. Like, really, just what if you had nothing to hold you back, what would you do? You know? And you can do something within a reasonable budget. Look in your closet, wear some clothes you haven't worn in a minute, put some new things together, go to the thrift store. You know, if you don't have a car, hop on that Greyhound. You know, see if you can find you a nice little ticket somewhere. Or you know, if you can't afford to actually go to another state, go out of the country, go ahead and do that. And let's say you can't afford to leave your city. If you can't, I would save up for it. Because I would say, you know, do a staycation. Go to a hotel somewhere or a motel in your city. But I feel like you need to get out of your city. You need to get away from your normal surroundings. Get out of your comfort zone. But yeah. I miss you. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I am missing everything. Remember how we have connected physically over our lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me wherever I go. I search for you everywhere. This person does miss you. They've kind of woken up to this, but communication, yeah, they're gonna reach out to you. They're gonna talk to you. Libras, I don't know if I would necessarily try to reconnect with this person. Okay, so let's say you did separate from someone, you go on your little mini vacation, you take some time to yourself, do whatever. I feel like this person might blow up your phone, you know, or they're gonna send you messages, really heartfelt messages, to try to win you over, to try to win you back. This could be somebody that doesn't like to be told no. And I know, like, I'm always talking about somebody being toxic, but maybe they have some toxic traits within them that they need to heal, you know? Yeah, look at this. Communication, healing, follow your bliss. Libra, Spirit is really encouraging you to kind of like be a little selfish with your energy and focus on you. So even if you are in a relationship, I'm getting there's something about you needing to focus on your own emotional needs. Oh Lord, and I would not encourage this. I don't say this to everybody, but I really just got this. Because I did pick up on this. Okay, so when I was listening to the music, I was picking up on some of you Libras may actually step out on your partner. If you haven't already, some of you all may. And I feel like it's the ones that where you're feeling some form of emotional lack of fulfillment. But I'm also getting Spirit may be kind of encouraging you to step out. Oh Lord, I don't really want to say that because I'm like, what? You're encouraging somebody to step out, but or it's like, or okay. So if you're being encouraged to step out, it's almost saying like something may need to happen to cause this to dismantle. You need to open up your eyes to something more. Make sure you're not settling. Get your groove back. Maybe go flirt. Go enjoy yourself. Get you some attention. There's something about you needing to be selfish. A bit selfish. So listen, I'm not encouraging anybody to go cheat, right? I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to step out on your partner or anything like that. No. But I do feel like there's just something about, I feel like some of you are, or you will, But there's just something about, and maybe that energy is you feeling like, some of you all feel like you deserve to move like this, you know? Like, if you cheat, that person deserves it. Or you've been through enough with this person, you deserve to have your fun, okay? So some of you all could have that mindset right now. But there's definitely something about you, like, get out and allow yourself to be seen. You all could have dealt with somebody that was a bit emotionally abusive. But you all know, like, this is somebody you need to step away from. Because look what came out. Red flags. Warning signs. Take heed. Risky situation. I feel like for some of you, if you do decide to cheat or step out, it's really just to numb your emotions, right? Self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. Irrational behavior, risky situation. So I know some of you all may be just enjoying yourself this summer, hot girl summer, hot boy summer, whatever. Be careful about getting in a situation where you find out somebody is just crazy as hell. For real. For some of you, religious factors could be an issue in your connection. Like religious or spiritual views. But again, there's just somebody you're going to realize you need not to deal with. Light bulb moments, sudden realization, feeling inspired, insightful awareness. Didn't I say there's something, you're going to realize something. So, okay, a number of you Libras, there's some type of insight, wisdom you're gaining. So if you are in a relationship, a number of you all could be with somebody you really don't fucking need to be. Reading up, doing the research, learning more, gaining insight. Like, I don't know if you chose to be blind or you chose to have the veil, you know, the rose-colored glasses on, but it's like finally opening up, and this psychopath energy just won't, like, it's kind of haunting or daunting a little bit. But it's realizing you need to, like, I feel like a number of you all are realizing you need to separate from someone. And I don't care how much, and this person may, get on their knees and cry to you. Please don't leave me. Please, baby, please. I'll change. You know, this could be somebody where they hit you and then they cry. As soon as they do it, they break down crying. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. This could be somebody that verbally abuses you and then sends you a ton of text messages. I love you. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean anything I said. Mentally, you know, like, there's something, I don't know to what extent, but there's something abusive about this person's energy. So whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, and whether it's level 1 or level 10, you know, there's just something about this person, and I feel like you're starting to see it. Some of you all could have been blinded by sex. And that can happen with us. Like, the sex can be so good. We can feel like we're so emotionally connected. Endorphins are high. You know, when we're having sex, like, we say some of anything, you know. And so some of y'all could have just been caught up sexually with somebody. But you're learning. You're gaining insight, or you have gained insight about this person. For the ones who are like, look, you hooking up with somebody that's already in a relationship and you just don't care, please be careful. Their partner, the person that they're with, I feel like they're crazy as hell. Like, please stop. They're crazy as hell. This person is like, somebody might tell them, I saw a friend of me at the bottom of the deck from another one. So if you all share, running the same circle, you have similar friends, you know, or let's say you got a cousin, your cousin is friends with one of their friends, and they just now realized, or they hung out or something. Be careful about somebody speaking on, what, you know, my cousin messed with such and such. You know, like, be careful. Like, it's something kind of like that, where this person would be a frenemy, or a unsuspecting frenemy, or they didn't try to be a frenemy. Like, it's almost like giving information without knowing they're talking to the ops. Like, just be be careful, because the person that they're with is batshit crazy. Like, for real, for real. Love messages for my Libras for the month of June. We have truth that came out, expression, new perspective, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, communication. You have woken up to somebody. You see the truth in somebody. You're finally speaking up for yourself. If you have, like, numbed your voice, if you have silenced yourself, you're finally starting to speak up more. Or if you're in a relationship, right, and you want to work it out with this person, you're speaking up more. You're taking more time for yourself. You're doing things. You're calling them out on their red flags. You're calling them out on their bullshit. You're letting them know, no, I'm not talking to you today, or no, I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like this anymore, or handle me like this anymore. You know, illusions, confusion, not seeing clearly, escapism, addictions, fantasy. Some of you all are running to sex, separation, love, longing, abandon, divorce, broken dreams, heartbreak, grief, trust, closed off, stability, clarity. Don't let this person gaslight you. You know the truth. Trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your inner self, your higher self, okay? I feel like this person does try to gaslight. This person does try to confuse you. Will try to get you to come back to them. Will try to keep you connected to them in some way, somehow. This person doesn't want you to see them for who they really are, so they are wearing a mask. But I'm telling you, you have like this inner energy, this wisdom that's coming in, or that you're feeling. Trust that, okay? Trust it. Make sure you're not trying to, like, hide the shit, run from the shit you need to talk about by running to sex. Don't get caught up in this sex with this person, right? Because that I miss you sex, that's what I'm getting. I miss you sex, I don't care. Don't, It needs to be I don't care sex. Like, no. Don't get caught up in that. Because I feel like there's something, like, once you connect, if you connect with this person sexually again, let's say you stop talking to them, they're messaging you, hitting you up, please let us just talk, I just want to talk. And then, you know, of course, we know that quote unquote, I just want to talk. It's really, I just want to beat your brains in, right? Beat your back in. Beat your brains in. The hell? Beat your back in. I'm sorry. Fuck your brains, right? But, fuck your brains out. But, I feel like you kind of get caught up in the sex and you lose all of everything you gained. So all the wisdom and the insight, it's like it goes out the window and you get caught up in this person again, and then you kind of repeat the cycle. So just, you know, don't get caught up in that. Look, too passive at the bottom of the deck. Don't be so passive, Libra. You're taking the right steps. If you've worried, if you have worried, like, am I doing the right thing? Should I really separate from this person? Should I really stop talking to them? Yes, you should. And I know some of you all, you feel like you should be out here, like, messing with one person to the next, you know, carefree, not really giving a damn, keeping it sexual. Make sure you're also not running from your issues by running under somebody else, you know? We have rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one is coming in. Perfect divine timing. Yeah. You can't rush this person into being who you want them to be. You can't rush anybody else to come in and fill voids. Too busy. You use being busy as an excuse not to date. You must make time for a partner. So if you're single, some of you are like, you could be, for my single ones, like single, you could be only using people for sex. And when they talk about, well, hey, this is for the ones who are the red flag, right? My Libras who need to work on their own mental wellness. Because I'm getting for a number of you all, this needs to be flipped to you. This is how the person feels about you. Or these are some things, maybe you're realizing some stuff about yourself, right? Some of you all are realizing some shit about yourself. But you use sex as an scapegoat. You use people. You kind of like get yourself caught up in maybe work or just busy doing whatever, right? You could be busy just playing video games. Or busy just watching TV, right? Busy. But I feel like for Libras, if this is you're the person who's the mentally unwell, right? You got some work to do, right? It's knocking at your door. But you feel so unlovable and you have so many excuses. Oh, so okay. No, there's some inner child healing that has to happen. But regardless, for my ones where this isn't about you, this is what you're realizing about someone else. There's something about you where you're realizing you may try to rush love. You get into connections too quickly, or you may realize like, man, we moved too fast with whatever we were doing. We didn't really take a step back and evaluate this, or I didn't do that. This is kind of giving like choosing someone because of history, choosing someone because you've known them for a long time, choosing someone because, oh, we were friends for about 5 years. Let's go ahead and try to see if we should be together. Choosing someone because they look good, choosing someone because the sex is good, choosing someone because they give you money and support you. You know, it's like, those aren't the reasons why you should choose someone. It should go a little deeper than that. Love messages for my Libras for the month of June. Love messages for my Libra for the month of June. No time or distance can break our connection. I can't carry this love alone. Whomever you're dealing with, their heart chakra is closed. You were the love in this connection. You are definitely the love in this connection, and unfortunately, you have some form of a codependent soul tie with this person. There's something about your energy that's a little codependent, Libra. And I feel like you have to check that. There's something about... Because this person, like some of you all, I'm telling you, some of you all may fall for this person manipulative tactics to get you back in. Or maybe this is the pattern you've been in your connection. Where this person can reel you back in, even though you see the red flags, even though you get this insight about them. Allow this time apart. Like, give yourself this time apart from this person to strengthen like these boundaries you're creating, because there's still some type of cord between you two. I'm just gonna say it. There's definitely still some type of cord between you two. Love messages for my Libras for the month of June. Petty gains. You have unexpected event in the reverse. This person, they get you emotionally. So they're emotionally manipulative. They hit you on your emotional space to get you back in their good graces, or to get back in your good graces. You have bad news in the reverse. And then we have fatal blow in the reverse. So June 8th could be important. June 8th heavily. June 10th could be important. June 8th and June 10th heavily. Something happened on those days that were significant. June 18th could be important also. So let's see. Petty gains, being penny-wise, pound, foolish, and undermining overall success. Chasing pennies and neglecting larger financial goals. Chasing tiny profits and sacrificing long-term growth. That's just giving, Libras, I think you have been with somebody who this isn't a substantial person for you. No matter how committed you are with this person, how long you all have been together, I think a number of you all, especially the group that I'm talking to, you're with someone, or you have been with someone who really, they're not all that they make themselves out to be, you know, or this relationship or this connection isn't as beneficial to you as you may think. It's like, it's good short term, but not bigger picture. I want to face this together. I want to hold your hand in the midst of chaos and calm you. I want to walk through this storm with you and never let go. I need to release my fears and fully support you. This is why I say I feel like this person is emotionally manipulative, because I feel like they come in really quickly. I mean, it's giving love bombing. I'm surprised that's not out here, but really pulling on your heartstrings. Really like, no, we can work this out. I'll fix myself. I'll work on myself. Let's get through this together. Like, nobody's perfect. Don't you want to grow together? Like, why are you giving up on us? You know, like, let's ride for each other. How are you just going to walk out on me? Everybody walks out on me. You're not perfect either. You got your shit. You know, it's almost giving like this person, they'll do whatever, they'll say whatever to get things their way. I feel you through everything, the news we heard, the pain we share, and the hope we hold on to. We are connected even in this dark time. We are connected. No distance or time can break our connection. There's an underlying toxic soul tie, like energy here with you two. It's like, even though as destructive as this person may be, Libra, you may be a bit destructive too then. No matter how destructive you both are, it's like in this madness, we can still, even though there's chaos all around us, as long as we're holding each other, we're good. And you actually think you're doing something like beneficial for yourself, or you actually think this is you two proving or showing your love to each other, but it's actually not beneficial to either party. Something has happened with you and somebody, Libra. Are you waking up to somebody? I used to limit myself to safe zones, but now I realize I must face the dangers to survive this. Social mask. Yeah, this person is wearing a mask. Y'all both may be wearing a mask. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's super, there's this underlying dark energy with this person. And if you choose to stay with them, you're going to have to go through the darkness with them. And it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Do not think it will be. Okay, so again, I don't ever try to sit here and tell people, go ahead and break up, you know, or stay together. Whatever you decide to do is your choice. But if you do decide to stay with this person, they have mental wellness concerns. They need help. They need to be in therapy. Some of them may actually need to go to some form, be admitted somewhere. This person does have some form of an abusive energy that they carry. I feel like you have noticed things about this person, but that lets me know you have some form of something to check within yourself also. If there's something about this person where you're drawn to, it's like, do you think your love can save this person? Or I used to have this mindset where I thought pain was love, where if we didn't go through shit, that means we didn't love each other. If it wasn't a whole bunch of bad shit going on, that means our love wasn't real. Or, you know, we're supposed to go through all type of bullshit with each other to represent a true form of love. Like, nah, we're supposed to fight and argue every day. That's love. No, it doesn't have to be. That doesn't, no. Absolutely not. Chemistry, incompatible. Jealousy. Secrets. There's more heartbreaks than not. So this is definitely giving Spirit trying to say, if this has ended, it needed to end. If it's on the brink of ending, go ahead and let it. If you've thought about it, go ahead and walk down that path. Okay? There's a lot of chemistry between you two. I'm telling you, I think the sex is good with you two, right? Look at this. Secrets, red flags. Some of you all are hooked on this person. This person's hooked on you. There's something very incompatible about you two. We definitely have some differences in perspectives and priorities that can make a relationship challenging. We have different values. You see that? That's coming out twice. I get jealous because I'm struggling with my own insecurities. I definitely think this person is heavily insecure. I think they get jealous a lot, and that could lead to their abusive moments. And again, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual. They get jealous when it comes to you easily. It could be you talking on the phone to your mama and they get jealous. Was this person parents not in their life? What were they lacking on a foundation sense when it comes to their childhood? No, this person is lacking something heavy. It reminds me of a guy I dated who had heavy, deep-rooted mommy issues and had a family that he could not trust. And so he was so skeptical and paranoid about everything. This is almost what this person is giving. We got some unhealed trauma over here too. Okay, Libras. Let's get to the tarot. Love messages for my Libras for the month of June, Spirit. Six of Cups. Sorry for the glare. The Magician. Hanged Man, 8 of Pentacles. Some of y'all, this is somebody you've been with for a long time. You could have known this person since you were a kid, since you were younger. You have the 2 of Swords. You're being strongly advised to listen to your intuition when it comes to this person. Because I do feel like this person can be manipulative. Yes, 2 of Cups. This person manipulates the love you two share for each other. Because you two love each other. But there's something fucked up about it. Like, it's almost like, it reminds me a little bit of Gemini, but Gemini's a reading. But it's almost like when you're with someone who you two are on the same low vibration, and it's like you recognize each other in your demise or in your flaws, and so you feel seen because this person understands your flaws because they share the same ones, or there's a similar deeply rooted like insecure that you both like find familiar or share. We have the 3 of Swords. This insight, this wisdom that you're gaining about this person, it truly is heartbreaking. Because I don't think you want to, but well, look, 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But you're gonna end up being single. You're gonna work on yourself. Look, the Devil and the Hierophant came out together. This is such a this is given a sexual yet toxic soul tie. Some of y'all is gonna be hard to work on yourself because of this Devil energy here, and you have the 2 of Cups. That's some strong energy. 6 of Cups here. The Magician is here. Some of you all are going to try to work on yourself, right? You're going to separate yourself, but I feel like you're going to be pulled back in. I don't think you're going to... for those of you who have walked away, I feel like you may go ahead and choose to be back with this person. All right, sorry about that, Libras. But, if you have stepped away from this person, you're doing your own thing, again, it may be just for the summer. Because I see a number of you all, you're going to be working on yourself, right? But you're going to be in the space of, you may be still manifesting something to happen with you two. For you two to be able to get back together. Because there's this heartbreak, this deep heartbreak you feel. There's some type of heartbreak you both have experienced. Not with each other, from other people. There's a significant heartbreak that happened with you both. And whether this was a heartbreak from somebody in the family, right? Family, past lover, friend, whomever. But it was deep. And this connection like triggers that energy. You don't want to have to make this decision when it comes to being with this person or not. Some of you all, I feel like being single is temporary. I feel like being single, even though you've realized all of this about this person, I feel like all they have to do is come in with an apology and the promise of healing. And you're like, okay, let's try again. You feel deeply committed to this person for whatever reason. Some of y'all are definitely cheating or messing with somebody already in a relationship. Be careful. I'm telling you, if you're messing with somebody who's in a relationship, you're the third party, the other person is going to find out. That person's intuition is quite strong. It's like this person has broken your heart in several different ways, yet you still feel this tie to them. Allow your breakthrough to happen, Libra. Don't, it's almost like the breakthrough happens, you see what's in front of you, you have a moment, and then you go right back to your old habits or right back into that situation. Okay, Libra, those are your love messages for the month of June. Please take what resonates, all right? If you want to check out any of your other placements, please do so. It can be for your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus. Thank you, Libras. Have a good one.